Hi there. Bones B here. The Cryptoys Ultra Grail Club rewards are back. Cryptoys partners with a mobile gaming developer, and commons are the new grails? What is going on? So this actually came as a surprise because the team announced that the Ultra Grail Club Awards would be postponed until the native marketplace comes out because they're working hard at getting this token marketplace out for everybody right on their own platform. But randomly, they just said that, okay, that March 5th snapshot that we got, this is the reward, and they are bringing back the rewards. They're back, and we got this Cryptoys lunchbox. Now, this lunchbox, there's a physical out there. We saw a physical. Some people have the physical from the team, and there's some goodies inside. So maybe, just maybe, the next reward that we had, there was a snapshot in June, maybe it'll be the physical. Who knows? You know, anything's possible, but it'll be cool to have. I love all sorts of swag, Cryptoys swag. I want it all. This is awesome that we got this. Remember, these are items that we are going to be able to use in game, in our pocket, in the Cryptoyverse, that they're going to, you know, possibly give boosts to, you know, the rewards, maybe yield different rewards, the times. Who knows what these will do? But these, all of these. Remember, all of these items and Cryptoys will have utility eventually. It's hard to see now because we just have these collectibles in our backpacks, in our wallets, but time will tell. I have confidence and I am excited. I always say I'm excited. It's so cool. Okay, this is a Cryptoys lunchbox. This is a grail. This is a grail, and it's statometer 11, so it has a statometer, right? That's going to mean something in the future. Look at this, the origin, right? Paleo's warehouse. Now, we found out that this is Dr. Fudd's friend as well as Pippin. You know, there is little comic book strips that we found out that I think these three are going to be the next ZooFO wave that are going to come out. We're learning more and more about the story, and I'm excited to see as the team progresses with the lore of the story, all about these characters, right? So this is from the warehouse, right? And this is a great indication of how many accounts have an Ultra Grail on that snapshot on March 5th, because we can see that there was 206. So there's 206. So good indication of how many accounts had an Ultra Grail during that snapshot. I got mint number 74, which is awesome. And let's go to the DTE. If you want this, if you were not lucky enough to capture that Ultra Grail, because during this time, remember, the only way to get the Ultra Grail was through the blind box experience, but now we can get Ultra Grails in the DTE and buy them off the community. And you can also buy everything else off the DTE with USDC. And you can see now the floor, if you want to pick up this lunchbox, the floor is 60 bucks, 60 bucks, 65, 65. Talking about the Ultra Grails, let's go and look and see what the floor of the Ultra Grail Club, what the floor of the Ultra Grails are, so that you can join that Ultra Grail Club and get those rewards, those, you know, those secret rewards. We don't know what it's about. Ultra Grail 19. Okay, let's go. Let's refresh. Let's go to rarity. Let's go to Ultra Grail. Recently listed. Okay, so let's go to low to high. So to do that, you just click. There has to be a little fix on this filter, because when you do that, when you press the filter again, it actually resets all the filters that you put on the left here. So what you do is an easy way to do it, go low to high and then just click it again. So Ultra Grail and click it back, and then it'll bring the low to high. So the floor in the Ultra Grail, we have a Darth Vader for 475 bucks. This is the floor. This is the lowest that you could get an Ultra Grail to enter the Ultra Grail Club, mint number 29. Wow. Very cool. And then we have the Leia for 555. And then we have Bo-Katan. Nice. For 700. All right. Awesome. Very cool. Cryptoys also announced something very interesting, because we know that they are building games. We know that all these characters are fully rigged, animated, and they're going to be full avatars. You're going to be able to play them in games, in mobile games, in platformers. It's a whole mixture of things, right? And we know that they're building this in-house. They're building these games in-house, but they just announced that 8K Games Limited, it is mobile game developer, they have joined forces and are partnering with them to bring even more experiences to the platform through the SDK. And if you don't know what an SDK is, it is a software development kit where eventually we are going to be able to make our own games through the Cryptoys platform. Something very special. And I think 8K Games is going to be like an add-on, right? Like I said, they already had a team. They already have a team that they're building the games in-house. I think this is going to be an add-on, and they're just going to add more and more features and functionality. And they're going to take what 8K Games has right now. Because if you look at what they have something called Now Valley. This is a farming game. And you can see right here. I love all these different types of games. Awesome, really cool. This is a farming game. We've all kind of played this. If you play mobile games where you collect, you build your farm, you collect your resources, you get rewards. And this falls in line with the Cryptoys platform, right? So this is awesome. That's really cool. And then they also have a fishing game. Now, the fishing game, right when I saw this reminded me of the Mickey and Friends, right? Because Mickey has a fishing rod. So Disney could play a big part in these games, right? They could bring on the Disney IP with these kind of games with fishing. I still want to jump in. I want to jump in and play these mobile games and see how they play. They look really cool. They look really good. And I'm very excited to see what 8K Games Limited and Cryptoys do together. So that's really cool. That is really cool. Now, let's talk about commons. What is this? The commons are the new grails? How did this happen? How are these commons in the Star Wars 3 set more scarce than any grail, than all these grails on the platform, minus the ZUFOs and obviously the Motu, because those grails are 99. But all the other grails on all the other waves and IPs, these commons are more scarce. How did this happen? Well, it happened with the vaulting, right? This vaulting was a little bit special because, let's go back here actually. You can go into the white paper here. You can go into the white paper and there is a whole collector's guide. And you can see all the numbers. I love the transparency here. All the numbers for all of the sets, all of the waves, and also the vaulting that has happened. So let's talk about Star Wars Volume 3. If we go into Star Wars Volume 3, we can see the numbers. The link for this article will be in the description down below, so you can look at it in detail. But we know that the total was 30,000, right? There was 3 characters, 5 skins per character, right? And it says the Ultra Grails. And then it breaks it down of how many commons, how many rares, legendary, grail, and ultra grail. And then it also breaks down because remember, this was the first wave that we could buy each character individually. And the blind box was the rarity, not the character, right? So all of them, the common was 4,000. There's 4,000 total, 3,000 rare, legendary. There was 2,000 mints. There was 900 grails. And then there was 100 ultra grails, right? For all of them, in a total of 30,000. Now let's go and see what happened. The vaulting happened on July 20th. Now remember, they came out with the set with Din Djarin. The Mandalorian came out on May 8th. So May 8th was when the first character came out, and July 20th was when they vaulted everything. They burned and vaulted everything, and now you cannot buy it in the primary market. You could only buy it through the community members, and when vaulting event happens, we can use the golden tickets to get in the vault. This was a very, very short window to purchase this, and because of this short window, it made these characters, the commons, super scarce because not a lot were sold in that period of time. That, you know, and all the other waves or have been open for a long time, or they were closed but still had a bigger period for people to buy. As we can see now, the total remaining unsold cubes were 27,448. So there was 30,000 in total. That means they sold 2,552 cubes, okay? Now, we can see that the vaulted inventory, you can see it broken down here. You can go through it. Total cubes vaulted was 9,000. Removed from inventory was just over 18,000. And then you can see the removed inventory breakdown by rarity, right? So because of this, right, we know that the commons there, they burned all the commons and no commons will be in the vault. The only commons are going to be inside the backpacks of the people that pulled them. And that's it. So because of this, we see that these commons, look at these numbers. These are the new numbers now for Din Djarin, Bo-Katan, and Grogu. Look at the commons. 443 Mandalorian common units. And look at the Grail, 647. The commons are the new Grails. Bo-Katan is the scarcest Grail. I keep on saying because they are Grails, the scarcest common of them all with only 268 commons. And then you have Grogu at 408. And then the Ultra Grails, right? They got cut in half. And look at the Ultra Grails, right? 57 only, right? Those Ultra Grails are really scarce, but rightfully so because they are Ultra Grails. But yeah, the way that they did these commons are very interesting. How do you feel about, having these commons more scarce than the Grails? Because technically they're not commons anymore, right? And it is a little confusing maybe for, the average person that is not like really like diving into these numbers, or someone new coming in here. They see these commons and they're like, okay, let's get a common. How come these commons are this price, right? Because naturally, when something is scarce, the price will go up because there's going to be less for sale and less inside of people's wallets or backpacks. So that is something very interesting. I want to know how you feel about that. I don't know, kind of confusing. I have faith in the team, in the direction that they're going, but to have these commons so scarce, congratulations if you have the commons, right? Because yeah, I, to be honest, didn't really pull that many commons. So what I did was yesterday, let's go to the DTE. Let's go to my items. I picked up on the floor, somebody dropped the Din Djarin, the Mandalorian common for 20 bucks. So I had to grab it, right? Remember though, that on, when you view this on OpenSea, when you view it on Rarible, when you view it even on the DTE, the mint numbers, the total mint numbers have not changed. So you might not realize that there's not 4,000 of these Din Djarin Mandalorians. There's actually 443. So just remember that when you see commons on the floor, if you want to pick them up, or if you are listing them, right, maybe you shouldn't list them, not financial advice, for so little because, they are scarce. Some people might not care about that. Some people do, but just naturally, as an item is more scarce, you would think it becomes slightly more desirable because there is less of them. And remember, these characters, we are going to be able to play with them. So that doesn't mean, that means, that not just the Mandalorian, there is that many. This sniper rifle, there is only 443 of them. So got to remember that. And you have to remember that in the future, in the near future, hopefully, we are going to be able to decouple this item from this Cryptoy. Of course, you have to unwrap it first, and then you can sell them separately. You are going to be able to sell this item separately and possibly put it on other characters. We'll see what IPs allow it, but I'm pretty sure that this sniper rifle, the lightsabers, are going to be able to put on or be back combined with the UFO characters because that is their own IP. And imagine Comet, Juno, Elfie wielding the lightsaber or the sniper rifle or that, let's go back here, the spear. This amazing spear that the Mando has. Oof. The Grail is awesome. 900, right? So remember, all the numbers on here are not correct right now. So it says that there's 900 Grails, but let's go back to the vault. And we can see that there is only 647 Grails. But on the website, if you go into your backpack, you can see the true mint size. Go to the backpack tab, go to where your character is, Bo-Katan, and you can see the total mint will be correct right there. 268. And I got an echo. It's called an echo because I have a mint number that is higher than the actual total mint size, 1396. The most scarce collectible in the common variant right here, Bo-Katan. Very interesting how they did this, how the vaulting, and it's super interesting about the commons, how the commons for the Star Wars Wave 3 are the new grails. Those commons are pretty scarce. That Bo-Katan might be one you want to pick up. Are you picking up any of the commons or anything in the DTE? Are you picking up, Ultra Grails? Are you picking up the items like the golden tickets or the Ultra Grail Club reward that we just got, the lunchbox? Are you picking that up as well? Let me know in the comments down below. I'm excited. I am excited for the games. Cannot wait to beta test the games, and hopefully in the very near future, in the next coming weeks, we can finally play and game and try out some of these cool experiences that the Cryptoys team has been working on for a long time. They have their heads down, and I cannot wait to see what is next. As always, thanks for watching. Bones be.